Intercepted, number 4, the quarterback, and touchdown, Bentonville!
Now look me in the eyes and put your hand in mine. Whatever's about to happen right here in this moment of time. So let's draw a line right here in the sand. And let me say that on this very day is the day that we took a stand. Cause not just the game, it's more than the game. It's more than the hurt, it's more than the pain. It's more than the glory, it's more than the fame. This right here is about legacy, man, so it's bigger than me, it's bigger than us. We can lose sight in the midst of the fuss. Let's slow it down and take it in. Enjoy this moment, what's the rush? They want it bad, but we wanted more. This is what we've been waiting for. With tears in our eyes, we let our hearts roar. Unleash war when we walk out this door. We won't be delayed, we won't be denied. In the end, we won't be refused with clear eyes, a full heart. There's no way that we can lose. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Clear eyes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tiger Football Report. John McElroy joined once again by head coach Jody Grant of the Bentonville Tigers. Well, Coach, thanks for being back with us again this week here on the Tiger Football Report. And, of course, last week the Bentonville Tigers opened the season with a big road win up at Kansas City Rockhurst, but a real special week this week as it was the home opener for the Bentonville Tigers as the Tigers took the field for the first time for the 2015 campaign here at home. Tell us what that was like walking on to Tiger Stadium Field the first time as the head coach of the Bentonville Tigers.
Well, it was special, as it always, being at home as a Bentonville Tiger with the community support we have and the jungle and all the stuff that goes on. It's pretty exciting. We kind of did a little special deal for September 11th when we had some of our local firefighters and police officers and some of the different military branches here, which we thought was a pretty neat little deal for our September 11 game. It was neat to see the faculty have their tailgate down in the end zone under the scoreboard. It was just anytime you hear the announcer talking about having to move to the visitor side is open, that's a good sign. That means the place is packed out. So it was pretty awesome.
Well, Coach, of course, we talked last week. Valor Christian came in from Highland Ranch, Colorado, a suburb just south of Denver. And last week on the show, talked about so many weapons they had coming in. What a talented team. It all started with their big quarterback, Dylan McCaffrey, the son of Pro Bowl wide receiver Ed McCaffrey, the Denver Broncos. So in terms of preparation this week for Valor Christian, tell us a little bit about that and what that was like.
Well, obviously he is a big component to their offense, and we talked to our kids a lot about what he brings to the table. But not only was it him, they're very talented at the offensive line position. They have a Virginia commit, and they rotated in their defensive lineman that is a big-time football player. Number 9, their tight end, was somebody that we had to really focus on. But we felt like with what they do offensively, multiple formations and stuff that they do, we just had to play good, smart, sound football, not let all the motions and shifts and adjustments affect us much, and then just be able to tackle well. So we kind of promoted that all week. Obviously, our kids knew who their offensive weapons were, and we just kind of focused on that.
All right, well, that's going to take us to our first break, but when we return, we're going to go out to Tiger Stadium for the home opener of the 2015 campaign. First half highlights are next, here on the Tiger Football Report.
At Bob Mori Auto Body, we understand the headache involved with an accident or mishap with your vehicle. That's why we handle all your insurance claims. Our goal is to take a bad situation and make it enjoyable for you. We work on all makes and models with free estimates and have a lifetime warranty on repairs for as long as you own the vehicle. Get a crack in your windshield? Don't worry. Bob Mori Auto Body handles all windshield repair and replacement too. Bob Mori Auto Body, 1019 North Walton Boulevard in Bentonville, and our new location on Forest Hills Boulevard in Bella Vista.
All right, welcome back to the Tiger Football Report. Coach, they won the toss, they deferred, and you get the ball in there. Looks like Casey Ford already getting into the action there.
Yeah, this here was actually a little bit of a communication issue just to start. One of our receivers there didn't get the memo on the routes. We had a naked Casey out. Ideally, that wasn't what we were looking for him to do. But anyway, we started operating good here. This is our little horn play with Jacob Clark, and when the guy gets out on the edge, he's got a chance to do some damage, which he had a great night for us.
Well, I think it went for 178 yards total.
Yeah, he's been a pretty special player for us so far. Here he is again. Little short touchdown, running the ball hard for us.
And there you can kind of see in the background the band, hometown crowd excited as the Tigers take an early 7-0 lead.
Here's Mooring with our extra point.
Now you'll get to see defensively, Dylan McCaffrey, big quarterback, be on the field momentarily here. Boy, this is really a weapon, Coach. We talked about this last week. Hayden Mooring being able to put that in the end zone.
Yeah. All right, here's McCaffrey flipping around. This back ended up being a lot better than we had seen on film. He's just a 9th grader and really left us very impressed. Here's McCaffrey, got a straight, strong arm, very well-designed football play they had here. Kind of caught us off guard with some motion and adjustments. Logan Darby stops him on the 1. We're having to work some kinks out here early. They kind of had us on our heels. Here they get us a little sneak.
Yeah, you and I were talking a little bit before the show. Sometimes defense has to come out there and weather the storm and see kind of what the offense is going to do and make some adjustments, really settle into the ball.
Yeah, and it took us a little bit to work through that. They had shown in film a lot of onside kicks early on, so we really were prepared for onside kicks, which made us a little susceptible to the deep kick there. As you can see, the ball's on the ground. But here we go, a little outside zone here. Well, Casey's throwing the ball real well. That would have been a tough catch. It'd been great, big first down if we have it. Now we're having to punt the football.
You know, Coach, one of the things I was impressed with Valor Christian is we've talked so many years about the team speed and defense of Bentonville, but they really had some speed on defense. It was really tough to get to the corner sometimes.
They did. They played real well. They're very good up front. Their linebackers flew to the football, and they did real good on the back end too. I was very impressed with what they had to offer.
Well, there's David Nichols with a good tackle right there.
Yeah, we work really hard. You know, these kids, I love to watch them on video with them, see how they fly around the football and just do things right and, you know, run their feet at contact. That's a great example of just us pursuing to the football, getting after it, working together.
Oh, and that was a name we called quite a bit Friday night, Aaron Estrada.
Yeah,
had a good game.
Yeah, he really did. He played a lot better from week 1 to week 2. We were very pleased with that.
Okay, so now we're moving into the second quarter here. Valor Christian on the attack.
Yeah, their offense, their head coach calls their offense, and we were very impressed with his play calling ability and some of the way he mixed it up and the misdirection and just their naked and boot stuff that they did was really good. Here they are taking a shot to the end zone, Estrada on the coverage, and then we end up holding them to 3 there.
And you know, at that point, that's really a victory there for the defense to keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, you know, we talk about that when they get down inside the red zone. You know, our goal at that point is to hold them to 3 and keep them out of the end zone. And our kids kind of buy into that. And you know, we celebrate that. If we're coming off the field after they kick the field goal, we'll take that.
I'll tell you who's that, Cameron Mays Hunt.
Yeah, here's Cameron. The guy's got a chance to do something special with the ball in his hands. It won't be long before we talk about him having a return for a touchdown. Here's our horn play to the left with Avery. All right, Avery does a good job running the football. Casey on one of our his little throws to Hadley Gregg. We had opportunity to throw the ball to a lot of different receivers again. This is really helping our offense out a lot. You know, with good snaps this week on our punt, that's something we've had a lot of focus with. We put a new snapper in there, and he's had the opportunity to really, we've kind of sold him out to work in that, and he's done good things. Now here's the play with Tyrone picks off the ball. They hid their tight end in at right tackle. Our kids had seen this variation of this formation, and I'm not sure they recognized it initially, but they eventually got it. It ended up being a huge play for us.
Yeah, Coach, one of the things I've been hearing through the week is Valor Christian had a tendency at times to come out in a lot of different looks, different formations. Gave you a lot of things you had to prepare for this week, but it pays off right there.
Yeah, it does. It shows what the preparation does. We spent a lot of time on their different formations, so it shows that that time was well spent.
So early turnover here in the first half, and now a play bargainer right there with another reception.
Yeah, that's part of our little RPO package. It's kind of a deal where we're reading outside linebackers and reading inside linebackers, and Casey determines whether to give it or keep it, and then throw it off that. So it's been pretty good. There's Cameron Hunt. The guy's got a chance, like I said, watching him at practice, you get to see it all the time. Once he really grasps our offense, he's got a chance to be real special.
Yeah, in the first week, Casey spread the ball around to 7 different receivers. I know there had to be at least 4 or 5 in the action this week. Boy, that's really good when you have so many different weapons. Really keeps the defense off guard.
Yeah, you can't key just on 1 or 2 people. You have to, keeping them all honest and rotating the ball around. That's been good for us.
So Hayden Mooring putting it through. Now you're up 14-10 again.
All right, our cover team, we missed a significant assignment right there, and they were able to return the ball back to midfield, which is ideally not great for us. We got to really clean some of that up, which we will. Our defense really started to play a lot better as we got into the second quarter.
You're making a good play.
We got him a quick kick on a 4th down, which is good. That gets the ball back to our offense so they can operate a little bit. Here's a screen play. We just took a poor angle by our receiver right there. He needs to go behind his offensive lineman. It's a good punt, good cover downfield by our punt team. Another good snap by Billy Horton, our new deep snapper. Great job by Destin Atkins there on a sack.
Well, I thought it was a good job. It seemed like we had some corner blitz, outside linebacker blitz dialed up at just the right time.
Yeah, we tried to mix up our pressures. We felt like we needed to pressure him. As you can see, the guy's dangerous running the football right here. Sometimes that happens. You get to where you pressure, you lose some containment, lose some stuff. But here's a pretty good job by our safety coming up and timing up a route here. And then them missing this ends up pretty big, considering they got down inside the 10 and penalties backed them up, and we held them to nothing right there. That's a big job for our good job for our defense.
Yeah, and you can really see the Tiger defense now after about the first series or two really started to settle into this game, and they've pretty much got things figured out in terms of putting some pressure on McCaffrey.
Yeah, we made some good adjustments. We felt good about some of the adjustments that we made, and we knew we had to pressure him up and get him moving around where he's not just sitting back in the pocket. So that ended up being good for us.
All right, well, that's going to do it for the first half of play. Tigers up 14-10. We'll be back after this break with the second half highlights here on the Tiger Football Report.
Crane Hyundai of Bentonville is your hometown full-service dealer. Our sales department gives you access to hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles, and our award-winning service department is here to fix your problem quickly and get you back on the road. At Crane Hyundai of Bentonville, everything we do is backed by the Crane Commitment, including a 100,000-mile warranty on every new and pre-owned vehicle, and our 100-hour love it or leave it exchange policy. Come see us at Crane Hyundai of Bentonville, located on Moberly Lane in Bentonville.
At Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale, we understand that life is too short to spend hours in an ER waiting room. And we know that in an emergency, minutes really do matter. So our entire team is committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional in 30 minutes or less, because we think you should spend less time waiting and more time feeling better. The 30 minutes or less ER service pledge, only at Northwest Health System Bentonville and Springdale.
We're back here on the Tiger Football Report. Second half of play getting ready to begin. Coach, you're up 14-10, but you got to kick it away to them.
Yeah, we talked about at half. Our goal is to get a 3-and-out right away and get the ball back to our offense. Our defense came out and did their part. Here they are punting the football. So our offense is fixing to get the football. We felt good about what they had been doing. Our guys have been doing offensively, and with a short field, you think you can operate here and get some more points on the board. Good little pass to Logan Darby, gets us a first down.
Nice job of Logan Darby switching that ball with the outside hand.
Ended up having to punt, didn't get any points out of the deal, but get a good punt, goes out of bounds down here. So they're gonna have a long way to go to score. And our defense started really playing really well. There's Bautista, Brandon Atchison, Austin Rolfe getting in and making a play. Great pressure on our guys. Obviously, we'd like to have got him behind the line of scrimmage, but the fact that was a long yardage play, we'll take that, forcing another punt. So already in the second half, we've forced 2 punts.
Yeah, it's good to see those black jerseys just flying to the football.
Yeah, now this run right here is one we'll talk about for a long time. This is a great run. by Jacob Clark. It's fun to see him get excited. I'd rather not spike the football right there. But just his emotions got a hold of him. That was a big-time run by him at that point.
And he had good blocking out front, but then he just kind of split the defense and an incredible run getting into the end zone. And he was certainly fired up about that one.
Yeah, so now we're up 21-10. Defense back on the field, playing great, forcing another punt, which is good. Getting the ball back to our offense. Our goal at this point is to be moving forward. Watch Tyrone pick up a ball late. Now this is the Tyrone we like to see. He's back, looking real fast. He's got a chance to do something. I think this was a return of about 50 yards before they got him. So now our offense is getting the ball inside the red zone. That's pretty special.
And what a heads-up play by Tyrone. The ball's just sitting there in front of him. Says, why not? I mean, let's make a play.
Yeah, a lot of their guys are thinking it's over, and here we go. And that's the wrong guy to let have the ball late because he can flat out run.
Well, look at that wall of blockers.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of protecting him, and that's good. That's awesome. So here we are inside the red zone with Jacob Clark running our little horn play off the edge, which he's really good at. Our guys blocked that up really well.
And I know Jacob Clark will be the first to credit that offensive line's played very, very well the last couple of weeks.
There's no doubt about it. He better credit those guys because they're the ones that are doing a lot of the work for him to open up those holes.
So now they extended the lead, and you've got to be feeling pretty good at this point, Coach.
Yeah, we're excited about where we're at. Now we still want to come out and play good defense and do our part and do stuff. Still need to be putting pressure on the McCaffrey kid. This is a well-designed play right here. They showed a crack look out of their outside receiver, and then he crack and go, and they kind of got us on that. But that happens. So it's a good pressure right here by David Nichols. He's kind of fired up about that. I love that about these kids. So now we're entering the fourth quarter. This Valor team's not going to quit by any means, and so we have to keep staying after them. Big play right there to get a fumble. Destin Atkins returns it.
I believe that was David Nichols that came in and made the hit that knocked the ball loose.
Yeah, and that was a great play. Now we're back to our offense. Here's Clay again. We got a little horse collar tackle, so that tacked on 15 more yards. So we're moving around. This is just Casey Ford and his experience paying off right here, finding Dax Hill in the end zone. That was kind of late. That's probably his third progression on his read.
You mentioned Casey and the experience, and what a great play to Dax Hill. Early in the game, I think there was a play where Casey was rolling to his right, and rather than throwing back across his body in what could have been an early pick, made the decision to just kind of pull it down and live to fight another day. And I think that goes to the experience of that young man.
There's no doubt. His experience has helped us tremendously, and it'll continue to do that. It's nice to have a guy who's a 3-year starter at that point. This was kind of a scary part of the game right here. It's an injury. Both kids kind of collision each other. David Nichols' helmet flies off. The young man that was hurt there, they took him to the hospital. This was a great scene here, him holding his thumb up, his hand up with his thumb up. Both teams separately had a word of prayer for the young man, which I thought was awesome. Both student-led prayer. It was their idea to get together and do that. It was, and then you got to come back after that, and that's tough. That's about a 20-minute delay, and they're obviously playing for a teammate that's down, and we talked about that, but they came and double moved our safety right there, and we're got us a ball game again.
Yeah, we're into the fourth quarter here, and you like the lead you have, but when they put another quick one there, this thing's not quite done yet.
That's exactly right. So it's nice to see stuff like this happen. This is a great run, once again, by Jacob Clark. A great effort by their safety to get him right here inside the 5.
There are not too many folks going to catch Jacob Clark, but that you're right, it was great effort, but you're able to punch it in there on the next play and extend that lead, and you can start feeling a little better again.
Yeah, it eased our pains a little bit here. We felt pretty good about it. We started subbing a little bit defensively just to give some other guys an opportunity. But they still operated real nice offensively, and we had our work cut out for us. This quarterback he can just throw it around and do some things. That's a great play there. They were able to move the ball on us a little bit here late, but I was still pleased with the effort, even in the fourth quarter. Here they are onside kicking it. Well, we worked a lot on our onside stuff this week because they had onside so much, but it was a great ball game against a great program. Here, Kerry Collier leads a prayer with both teams, praying over the young man that was hurt. It was very powerful, and I tell you what, that right there makes his coaches proud right there.
Well, I just have to say I've got Kerry in class, and there's not a finer young man. out there, and so I'm real proud to see him doing that.
Yeah, this was a treat, really awesome, and coaches from the other team were very complimentary of us as a program and how we handled that situation. So that was nice for our program.
All right, well, there you have it. The Tigers win their home opener 41-22 over Valor Christian. We'll be back after this break to preview next week's game against Rickards High School from Tallahassee, Florida. Back in a moment here on the Tiger Football Report. And we're back on the Tiger Football Report. All right, Coach, 2-0, congratulations, but, we don't stop. Next week, next Friday night, once again here at Tiger Stadium, we're going to make the 3-state tour now, welcoming a team in from Rickards High School out of Tallahassee, Florida. Coach, tell the viewers, what do we know about Rickards High School?
Well, they're sitting right now at 3-0. They just won a big game in overtime. They're very, very athletic across the board. They've got a very good offensive line. They distribute the ball all over the field. I'd like to sit there and say they get in a lot of empty sets, but you'd think they just throw it all over the field, but they're really fairly balanced in what they do. They've switched quarterbacks. They've got a new quarterback in there that just started his first game as a sophomore last week, and I think he was 18 for 23 throwing the football, but he also rushed for a lot of yards. So we've got our work cut out for us. Probably as athletic as a team and program that we've had other ones come in, but this ranks up there amongst our, what they do it real well and they do it real fast. So we'll have our work cut out for us.
All right. Well, Coach, once again, congratulations now for guiding the Tigers to a 2-0 record, and best of luck to you next week, you and the staff and the team, as they take on Rickards High School.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we thank you, the viewers, for tuning in each week where we take you inside of Bentonville Tiger football. But for now, so long, everyone.
This team is special. You played your guts out tonight. That's a heck of a football team over there. You need to be very, very proud of that win, because that didn't come easy. That team right there is a good football team. Is going to win a lot of football games. I'm proud of your efforts. I'm proud of the way you play. We still got some stuff we got to clean up. Too many penalties. We're going to clean that mess up. You got to buy into that. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'm proud of you. Let's keep this thing rolling. All right? Let's keep this thing rolling. Man, let's stack it up. Hey, 8 o'clock in the morning, you better be here. Stack it up.
Tigers, raise your position. Tigers on thing. 1, 2, 3. Tigers!